Now let's look at when and how to notify people affected by a breach. As soon as feasible after you've determined that a breach of personal information involves a real risk of significant harm, you need to let affected individuals know about it. Usually, the notice that a breach of security safeguards has taken place at your business must be delivered directly to the person affected by the breach, either in person, by telephone, mail, email, or some other direct form of communication. But sometimes indirect notification is acceptable. For example, an indirect notice is called for when a direct notice is likely to cause further harm to the affected person, cause undue hardship for your business, or you don't have contact information for the affected person. If getting the message out indirectly is appropriate in your case, you must publicize it through forms of communication that you expect will reach everyone affected by the privacy breach. This can include public announcements such as advertisements in online or offline newspapers, as well as media messaging such as a prominent notice on your website or other online or digital presence. Your notification must include enough information to allow individuals to understand the significance of the breach of security safeguards and to take steps, if any are possible, to reduce the risk of harm that could result from the breach or mitigate the harm. As well, make sure your notice is easy to understand. Your notification must include the following: the circumstances of the breach, the day or period when the breach happened, or if neither is known, the approximate period. What personal information has been exposed? The steps you've taken to reduce the risk of harm that could result from the breach. The steps that affected people could take to reduce or mitigate the risk of harm, and contact information that the affected people can use to obtain further information about the breach. Now that we've looked into notifying all the people affected by a breach of security safeguards, we'll look at notifying other organizations. You should notify any government institution or organization that you believe can reduce the risk of harm that could result from the breach or mitigate the harm. Which organizations you notify depends on the circumstances of a particular breach, but some examples include notifying law enforcement in the case of a computer system attack, or letting the organization that processes your payments know that a breach of personal information has happened if it involves payment card information. The important thing to remember is to get the word out to institutions and organizations that can help you reduce the risk or mitigate the risk of harm to affected individuals.